I went to the post office just a few minutes ago and we got some goodies. And there's a package here. This says Mary. This one says Grace. This one says Lillian. Lillian, that goes to you. For you.
I have Lillian right here.
I think I know what it is.
Lydia. And we have Charity. John, we have a box for you.
I think that's like a book.
And,
Probably Peter.
I'm going to take a guess that this is Peter because that looks like it might be for Peter. And we have, look at these Noah's Ark cookie cutters.
Wait.
There's a card and a book that says Buttons. Life seen through the eyes of a teddy bear. That sounds good.
It's a hat on
I got a hat. Another hat. My other one was getting ruined. The top came apart.
You mean well used?
Yeah.
What did you girls
Thank
get?
you.
Teddy bear.
Oh, look at how fuzzy. What did you get, Grace?
Binoculars.
Binoculars?
I got a teddy bear
They're
too.
white. These are very white. Like, Charity, feel how light these are.
Oh, wow.
Maybe come here.
What is in your bag? What's
They're
in your
extremely light.
What did you get?
You know what? You wouldn't think of these things.
Bear.
And I get a brown teddy bear.
And yours is, oh, he's so soft.
He's white and he's brown. And with a bow tie. Yeah.
Let's see what the card says.
These are definitely.
Art, Janelle, John, Peter, Lydia, Mary, Grace, Charity, and Lillian. Just a little something to let you know I'm thinking of you from Miss Rosa.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I know it takes
Thank you.
We also got in the P.O. box a thing of spinach seeds, which will get well used in our garden.
And that came from Skokie, Illinois.
In one of our earlier P.O. box visits, we got this postcard. We weren't filming the day that we got this, so we wanted to definitely show that we got it. And this is from 3 Mile Island. Says, enjoy your vlogs, very entertaining. We lived here during the TMI incident of '79. We had to be evacuated quickly for 2 weeks with our then 4-year-old. Only took what we could fit in a car. Didn't know if we would ever return, but we did. Haha. Our daughter now drives a beast bus like yours. God bless Dave and June.
And do you know what the 3 Mile Island thing was?
I didn't, but if you look at the postcard, it's a power plant, right?
Yes, there's a nuclear power plant, and I don't know exactly what happened, but something happened and it was ready to melt down.
It says the 3 Mile Island Nuclear Power Station is located near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, along the Susquehanna River. Despite the 1979 incident in which the number 2 reactor was destroyed during a cooling malfunction, it remains one of the best performing units in the United States.
Cool.
Is that the one that we saw when we were driving through?
No, we haven't been near there.
Okay.
Is it actually 3 miles wide?
I got a teddy bear.
Do you like your teddy bear?
Yeah, it's pink. I got pink.
We made something secretly. Can you tell what we made?
A snack for Daddy.
What did we make?
A snack for Daddy.
Can you show us the snack?
Right here.
What is it? Can you tell us what it is?
It's cheese with matzo and salsa with matzo.
And do you know what that says?
It says Dad.
Uh-huh.
Because we wrote
And
Dad
do you know what this
with
says?
the cheese.
If you take away this,
P-V...
actually that's not a P, that's a Q.
Q-V-Q?
It's qua. No, it makes nothing. Don't tell. Daddy came downstairs and he's eating his little snack that we made.
You did a fine job. This is exciting. John is ready to start his Marble for Autism channel.
Should I publish it now?
Go ahead. Hit publish. Yay, your first video is on. And he already has 1 subscriber. I don't know who that is.
Might have been just me. I think he might start out with 1 subscriber already.
John has his first video on for Marbles for Autism. He's really excited about it.
Yep.
John made some marble bleachers this morning too.
This is the billboard. You know what? I'm probably
The
going to
time
just...
clock board thing.
Today I have been running around working on some gardening and things like that, and I'll show you what I've done. So here's our deck. I moved the greenhouse outside so the plants can stay warm in when it cools down, but it's still in direct sunlight, and because it's right on the deck I can easily take care of it. So we have our pepper plants up here. These are the ones that I went ahead and replanted today. So they're looking a little sad because I just retransplanted them, but hopefully they will pop back fine in the next day or two. And then over on this table, I ran out of containers to transplant these. I have my basil, my parsley, my thyme, so my herbs there. I've got some cauliflower. These jalapeno peppers aren't quite ready to transplant yet because they usually say you have to wait for their first set of true leaves, and you can see these guys don't have their true leaves yet. So we're just gonna let those set. And then over here, I have just a random broccoli, some onions, and eggplant. Things that I can't transplant yet because they should probably just go straight in the garden. It's absolutely gorgeous weather out here, so it was a great time to get working on this. In past years, I've done the hoop house. If you haven't seen those videos, I think there's a playlist. They're under gardening, and you can see what we used to do with the hoop house. This year just has not provided the time or the priority of getting those plants in the hoop house so they can take care of themselves. So that's why I brought the greenhouse out here. That's going to be our in-between this year, just because that's what time allows for. And hopefully this should work out fine. It's something new, and sometimes when you try something new you find out you really like it. Other times it doesn't work quite so well, but you have to at least try it once. And I was able to move my grow box over here, and I put in 2 tomato plants here, so they are basking in the sun. Actually, they look like they might be getting a little sunburn. So there's my one pot, and we'll see how that comes out. I'm really excited because it's something new and different. Last night I was riding at the emergency squad, and I was talking to the gentleman today about he uses the grow boxes himself and how successful they've been, and he was telling me the do's and don'ts of it and how wonderful they've worked out for him. So I'm really excited. I hope this is going to give the soil a needed break, and yet still provide us with as many tomatoes that we need. I don't expect to get all my tomatoes from those 2 plants. I'm going to check into it, but I'm hoping to get more of those grow boxes to get us through for this year, give the soil a break because it really needs a break. It's hard to believe that it's already almost the middle of May. Usually I have a good chunk of my garden planted, but this year's been so out of sync with the weather. I have a hair tie floating in the fish's water. I wonder who did that. So it's been with art working on the front porch and trying to get that done. It's taken a little bit more time than we usually take up in the spring. So that's okay. You know, the garden will wait, particularly with our cool weather. The other thing that I've been doing a little bit more of is volunteering at the emergency squad. With me not being pregnant or breastfeeding, I am not necessarily either worn down, exhausted, or needed by Lillian every 2 hours. So I've been doing, Art has suggested that I ride a little bit more, and there's always a need when the summertime, well, there's always a need, but there's a little bit more of a need just before our college students come home. So I've been sort of filling in a lot of those gaps. Last week I ended up riding 3 nights. This week I've done 2 so far. Oh, there goes Charity. I always think this time of year is one of the best times to ride on call because you're so eager to get outside and the weather's gorgeous. It's not too hot, yet you don't have to wear your winter boots and your hat and your jacket and all that. And so it's just a gorgeous time. We had a call last night out on a golf course, and it was just, I was sitting in the ambulance waiting for the crew to come back, and it was just gorgeous. And I think that's one of the highlights of going out on call, is just really enjoying the outdoors. It's an excuse to be outside because oftentimes you're stuck in the house. I think a lot of you moms know that there's so much housework that can always be done that you have to force yourself outside if you want to spend time outside. So being on call is a good excuse to be outside, just like last night. Although today I did force myself outside. I've got an hour before Art gets home. I'm going to take the time to clean the house. little girls are supposed to be napping, and John's been doing some schoolwork. John and Peter have been doing some schoolwork, so I'm going to take a few minutes, try to tidy up the house before Art gets home. I have 1 hour, see if I can get it all taken care of.
Happened. We have a couple of hot air balloons over our yard.
Air balloon. It's not over our yard. It's actually pretty far away.
It's like flying towards our yard.
It's that little speck.
Can they
I
see
need to binoculars.
Do you see those stripes? That's an air balloon. Yep, hot air balloon. And I see the basket.
Oh.
Baskets are always like this.
Do you like the hot air balloon, Grace?
Yeah. Let's scoot up. This is our first time.
Here it is. And Daddy's now coming out to check it out.
Dad, this is our first time putting in the...
Seems like it's floating towards us. Seems like it's getting bigger.
It's not going very fast. I made my snail's pace challenge list and I hung it on the door. And we'll see if we can get it done on time. And it will help having the builder help us. So I think we can probably do it.